Good day, South Africa. Welcome back to the channel that keeps you informed, empowered, and always a step ahead. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because today we're talking about one of the most important updates in 2025 for our beloved seniors. Yes, the South African Social Security Agency, more commonly known as SASSA, has just made a major announcement that could change the financial landscape for older persons across the country. We're talking about early grant payments, new special financial assistance, and targeted programs that aim to uplift our senior citizens when they need it most. These are not just minor tweaks to the system, these are real, impactful changes that could put extra cash in your pocket and bring peace of mind at a time when it's most needed. Stick with us, because over the next few minutes, we'll unpack all the critical details, who qualifies, when the changes start, and how you can make sure you don't miss out. Let's get right into it. The reality for many older South Africans is not an easy one. Pensioners across the country face rising costs for food, electricity, and medication, while trying to make ends meet on a grant that barely stretches far enough. In 2025, these challenges have only grown. Inflation has placed an even greater burden on low-income households, and many seniors are now not only caring for themselves, but also for grandchildren and other family members affected by unemployment or hardship. For these reasons, SASSA's latest announcement couldn't have come at a better time. The agency has committed to not just maintaining their existing social grants, but going a step further, by rolling out early payment schedules and introducing special support grants tailored for seniors facing exceptional financial strain. Let's start with what's perhaps the most immediate and impactful change: early payments. For years, grant recipients have had to wait until the first or even second week of the month before they could access their funds. That wait, for many, meant skipping meals or delaying critical purchases. But SASSA has now confirmed that from May 2025 onward, payments for the older person's grant will be processed several days earlier than usual. The new system is designed to ease pressure on pensioners by ensuring that money reaches them before the beginning of each month. For example, if your grant was previously available on the 3rd of the month, it might now be accessible as early as the 29th or 30th of the previous month. This adjustment is not only about convenience, it's about survival. It allows seniors to plan their month better, avoid queues at payment points, and eliminate the stress that comes with financial uncertainty. This move isn't just a top-down administrative decision, it's a direct response to the cries of the public. For years, advocacy groups and pensioner unions have raised the alarm over the hardships caused by delayed or clustered payment dates. Seniors have been forced to wait for hours in long lines, often in poor weather or under unsafe conditions. In addition to that, issues such as network failures, load-shedding disruptions, and overcrowded pay points have turned what should be a simple task into a monthly ordeal. By shifting the calendar and staggering payments earlier, SASSA aims to bring back a sense of dignity and predictability to the process. It's about time, and many say it's a welcome change that's long overdue. But the good news doesn't stop there. SASSA is also unveiling a new range of special financial support programs for seniors who are struggling with extreme financial burdens. These are not part of the regular monthly grant system. Rather, they are additional support mechanisms aimed at seniors who are facing medical difficulties, food insecurity, or living in high-poverty areas. One of the headline programs includes a once-off hardship relief payment, which could offer qualifying seniors up to R2,800 in additional support. This is designed for those who have recently experienced a financial emergency, perhaps a health crisis, home damage, or unexpected family funeral costs. The payment is intended to be a buffer, helping recipients get back on their feet. In addition, there is a monthly food voucher scheme being introduced for vulnerable seniors. Under this plan, pensioners could receive a R500 voucher every month, redeemable at key national retailers. These vouchers are expected to help ease the pressure of skyrocketing grocery prices, and they'll be delivered electronically or through community pickup points, depending on the region. Perhaps the most compassionate addition is the Mobility and Medical Transport Support Stipend, which offers around $600 per month for seniors who are physically impaired or require regular medical transport. This program acknowledges that many older persons live far from health facilities or need assistance traveling to appointments. The money could be used for taxi fares, private transport, or even caregiver support. It's important to understand that these special grants are means-tested and situationally based. They're not automatically granted to all seniors receiving the regular old age grant. Instead, applicants will need to show that they meet certain criteria. For instance, the hardship grant will require proof of the financial event that triggered the crisis, such as hospital bills, eviction notices, or funeral documentation. The food voucher program will be rolled out first in areas with the highest poverty rates, such as rural districts in Limpopo, KwaZulu-Natal, and parts of the Eastern Cape. These areas have been identified based on census data and previous grant uptake statistics. To access the Mobility Support Grant, applicants must provide medical documentation from a licensed health professional outlining the nature of the disability or mobility challenge. This documentation will need to be submitted with a short application form, either online or in person at a SASSA office. It's also worth noting that community workers will be dispatched in certain provinces to assist seniors who struggle with mobility or digital applications. For those interested in applying for any of these additional support measures, the process has been designed to be as accessible as possible. Applications can be submitted through the official SASSA website, at designated local offices, or through community outreach initiatives in rural areas. Seniors will need to present their South African ID book or Smart ID card, proof of residence, and any documentation supporting their case, such as bank statements, doctor's notes, or municipal letters. Those who are unable to travel can authorize a trusted family member to apply on their behalf, with the correct power of attorney or permission forms. Importantly, SASSA has stated that no application fees are required. If anyone tries to charge you money to access these grants, it's a scam, report them immediately. SASSA's customer service team and toll-free hotline will also be available to help walk applicants through the process and ensure that they receive the support they qualify for. To help seniors better plan their month, SASSA has begun releasing a tentative early payment calendar. While dates can vary slightly due to banking systems and holidays, you can expect payment windows like this. For the May 2025 payment cycle, grants will be issued between April 29 and May 1. For June 2025, beneficiaries can expect payments between May 30 and June 2. And for July, funds should become available from June 28 through July 1. These dates will be updated each month on the SASSA website, on community radio stations, and at local government offices. Since news of the announcement broke, community feedback has been pouring in. Many seniors are expressing cautious optimism. In areas like Soweto and Durban, pensioners interviewed by local outlets said that these changes could finally offer them some breathing room. One elderly gentleman said, "Sometimes I have to borrow money just to make it through the last few days of the month. If the money comes early, I can at least plan better." A grandmother in the Northern Cape shared that a food voucher would help her feed her grandchildren without having to cut back on her own medication. However, some have raised concerns about the rollout and fairness of the programs. Will the early payment system crash under pressure? Will the food vouchers actually reach the right people? These are valid questions, and SASSA has promised regular audits and public reporting to keep the system transparent. If you or a loved one is over 60 and receiving the old age grant, now is the time to act. First, make sure your personal details are updated with SASSA. This includes your contact number, address, and bank information. You can do this online or by visiting your local SASSA office. Second, If you think you may qualify for the special grants, begin collecting your documentation. Even if you're not sure, it's better to have the paperwork ready in case eligibility opens up. Third, spread the word. Let your neighbors, friends, and relatives know about the changes. Too many seniors miss out on benefits simply because they didn't hear about them in time. By helping others apply, you're not only supporting your community, you're building a stronger, more caring South Africa. This announcement may only be the beginning. Sources close to the Department of Social Development suggest that further enhancements to the grant system are on the table. There are discussions around increasing the old age grant baseline by R100 to R200 per month next year, depending on economic performance. There's also talk of a SASSA loyalty program, where seniors could receive discounts on essentials like bread, milk, and medicine when shopping at partner retailers. While these ideas are still in the early stages, they show that the tide may finally be turning in favor of South Africa's most vulnerable citizens. And that wraps up this important update on SASSA's early payment system and the new special grants for seniors in 2025. These are the kinds of changes that really matter. In a time when so many are feeling forgotten or left behind, it's encouraging to see real, practical steps being taken to improve lives. But this is just the beginning. The key is making sure everyone knows, understands, and accesses what they're entitled to. If this video helped you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more updates just like this. We'll continue to follow SASSA and other critical news that affects South African households. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep looking out for each other.